Hi, welcome back to the Hobart Aquatic Center. This is Agnes DeBrunner, and I have Ian Curtin with me.
Thank you, Agnes. So we're here live this afternoon for Colombia versus USA in the women's under 19. This is the 4-5
This is a
quarterfinal.
4-5 battle, I should say, yes. These teams have seen each other twice before. The first time Colombia won 4-1. The second time Colombia won 3-2. It's been a crazy battle each time, very close games. And the winners of these still have a chance. The winner of this round still has a chance at the medals. So there's a lot at stake in this game. It's going to be a very, very good game, very hard fought, I'm certain, both directions.
Yeah, there's been a lot of tight games in these under 19 women's division. These girls have also played a double round robin, so there's probably some very tired legs out there coming in. So for the last 6 days, they've played on average 2 games a day, so they've had 12 games. So
Yep.
this is really a test of strength and their fitness.
Right, and imagine both teams, they've been training hard, they're fit, they're ready, and they've been tuning up their games. I'm sure they've been studying each other, the videos when they played each other last, and they're ready to jump at it and get going. And it looks like another almost half a minute, a little over half a minute till the game starts. So USA today in earlier play, the USA under 19 men and the USA under 23 men played their last game, so I'm sure they're all going to be in the stands making a lot of noise for the ladies.
Yeah, there we see some of the Colombian under 23 women supporting their compatriots, cheering them on. There are also some of the USA parents here in the stands supporting them on.
Yeah, the USA parents have been fabulous. They're here cheering all the time, feeding the girls. Definite shout out to them. Been a wonderful group.
So
and it looks like we're ready to start here.
And Colombia is on the right-hand side of the screen playing in the light-colored suits, and the USA is on the left in the dark suits.
And USA with the early control, trying to take it up the wall. The Colombians typically like to move it in a little bit and drive right down. Looks like, I don't know if that was a headshot or just unsportsmanship-like play against Molly Banks of the USA team, but advantage to the Colombians. And the Colombians trying to move it to the middle so they can drive right down the middle. That's where they're strong.
So as we see Colombia from the right-hand side drive it forward, they get plenty of support down, but the USA just look like they're moving across to the far side, trying to take it to that wall to get some safety, and look to counterattack up that left-hand wall.
Yep, the Colombians are really dangerous in the middle of the pool, and the USA is really perfecting their game. Their swinging game all the way across. It's a lot of swimming. It's a tiring game, but it's been working well for them. And it looks like advantage to the USA ladies.
For an obstruction call there. They look like Hugo, the referee in the water. So in the water we have 3 referees. 2 referees here will set the line behind which the Colombians have to set up, and 1 behind the USA women who are taking this advantage puck.
And the USA once again taking it very wide. Really nice swims. Takes a lot of effort, but it's working super well for them. There's team captain Jana de Brunner driving it in.
Any relation?
Yeah. I think everybody knows that by now.
So you've actually got 2 daughters on this team, haven't you?
Yeah, there's many pairs of sisters, 3 pairs of sisters on this team.
And your son was also in the under 23 men's team
Yeah.
played earlier.
Absolutely. And the Molly and Abby Banks, their parents are coaching. So there's a whole lot of family playing in here. And is that a foul on number 2 or 2 minutes? That looks like 2 minutes on Molly Banks, number 11.
And that might have been for a headshot or dangerous play.
That's hard on the U.S. They're right to start this early in the game to be missing Molly Banks, a very strong player, for two full minutes. And a call against the Colombians and advantage USA, which I'm sure they'll gladly take, especially being a player down. Hopefully they can drive this into the goal. It seems like the refs are cracking down hard on these, on the fouls, and hopefully taking control of the game so it doesn't get too out of control. We've had a lot of tightly contested games in the pool today. It's playoff games. Everybody's playing extra hard. There's been a lot of ties, games in overtime. Both USA teams earlier today went to overtime. And call against the USA team, advantage Colombia. So the USA misses one chance to push that in.
So the USA looking to control the puck with only 5 players in the water, with probably about a minute and a half left remaining for Molly's kickout. Colombia here looking to take
driving
advantage.
Hard.
And you see the support down, but 2 USA defenders down. But again, Colombia has got the swarming approach where they've got support driving forward. They're looking to pull it back and again drive forward.
And Colombia very consistently has very many players on the bottom. They're definitely one of their main strengths is just the swarming in there. Anybody who's ever played against them knows what it's like. You just feel like they're everywhere. So advantage to the USA ladies. Hopefully get it up back into the Columbia end of the pool. It looks like Molly Banks is ready to come back in. That'll help the USA ladies immensely. And up toward the looked like they were going to go to the side and went toward the middle, taken over by the Columbia ladies, and driving it out to the outside. And again, both times these teams played each other in the past, it was incredibly hard-fought, close games. Colombia came out ahead both times, but those games could have gone either way. And again, an advantage to the USA ladies.
So
USA taking it to the side, a little safer. Coming back in. Colombia, excellent job stealing that puck, bringing it back to the middle where they want it. But they're not getting away with anything easily. There's a lot of pressure on the USA ladies right then, but cleared once again by number 9. That's Elsa De Brunner. And another foul called. And again, against the Colombians. An obstruction or barging call. And USA can hopefully get the momentum going in their direction, in their favor, and keep that momentum going. The Colombians have done a great job turning those around. Nice drive up the side. And keep pushing through. Nice play. As long as those USA ladies keep their legs going, they're going right through the Colombians. Very nice play up the wall there.
And just a quick shout out to some of the people on the live chat. David Lindbergh for US, Angela, Catalina, Juan Pablo, all cheering Colombia there. Seems to have been a fairly even first part of this first half, with neither team probably getting more of the advantages.
And the USA on a disadvantage this time, advantage Colombia. And yes, it has been very close. Really so the previous 2 games were also very close. This is definitely going to be quite the battle, and completely what I expected. Of course, hoping for a different outcome. The last 2 games, Colombia did win. And looks like a back and forth there on the far wall. Doesn't look like either team is taking much control of the puck. And either team, they're both getting very good at grabbing an opportunity if the puck squirts out, taking it to where they want it in the pool. But on the other hand, both teams are also getting better at defending each other. They know each other well at this point. Looks like it's going in the USA direction.
As we see one of the Colombians heading to the sub bench, it's a good time to get some fresh legs.
Nice wide swing, but the Colombians right there ready for that and take it over.
And a
wow,
nice curl.
Nice steal off of the USA player by the Colombian player. but we had a backup there, so USA didn't lose much of a beat there and kept going. Just what they need to keep doing.
So some great support there by the Colombians, but almost running out of players. You can see the USA defenders, 3 people trying to attack that puck, getting the bodies down, trying to stop the Colombians, but they seem to be squirting out just into a little bit of pool space and just driving it wide into open pool, trying to stretch
a very nice drive by the Colombians. It looks like the USA was able to divert that all the way to the side, but that was kind of a scary play for a while. I'm sure everybody's relieved to get it off to the side. Well, the USA ladies are relieved for that anyway.
As we see one of the USA players sub out, and we see another player join in.
And then yet more back and forth on the far end. It doesn't look clearly in any direction or the other. Possibly a little break toward the goal for the Colombians, but turned around and back the other direction.
We can just see the referee signaling and a foul here. And he says he was playing advantage for obstruction.
USA.
Against Colombia. So often the referees here have the ability to play advantage if they see a minor foul, but think the team with the puck actually has an advantage and may either make pool space or may actually score.
That's true, Ian, and a lot of times if you do have the puck, even if you get a mild foul, you don't really want the advantage. You've got the momentum going your direction, and because the other team fouled, and it looks like the direction has turned around once again, and a call against the USA ladies.
So after almost 10 minutes of a very first even half, we're still goalless here in the Under-19 Women's Quarterfinal, 0-0, Colombia, USA.
And they're getting tired. We had both USA teams went into overtime this morning, and for their own sake, I hope these ladies win it. I hope the USA ladies win it without having to go into overtime, because they're going to need their energy for tomorrow and playoff games that they play tomorrow. And another call, I believe, yes, against Colombia, and USA getting up into the Colombian end of the pool, and happy to have the advantage. See if they can get one in. Oh, and a timeout to the USA team.
So that looks like Coach Kendall Banks has called the timeout.
Yep, Kendall and Sue Banks both co-coaching this team from Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin. They've got their daughters playing on the team and doing a fine job with these girls. The first USA ladies team that we've sent to a world championship, age group championship, and they've been improving dramatically over the course of the tournament, and we've been very excited to see that. Fine job by Sue and Kendall.
So yeah, the USA only brought one Under-19 men's team to the last world champs in Spain, and now they've brought 3 teams. That's an improvement.
That's a big step for the USA. We don't have a big extensive juniors program. We of course welcome the juniors, and we need them in our programs. And it's very exciting for us to get 3 teams in here, and hopefully next time we'll be able to bring 4.
Yeah, and it's also good to see Argentina bringing juniors teams here to this competition as well. This is the first time they've brought juniors teams, and I think they've got 3 or 4.
I'm not sure. They have quite a few.
It looks like 3 teams.
Yep. And a drive across. Looks like in control of the Colombian ladies. And quite a battle here. It's relentless. Both teams, a lot of people down, and they're just desperately trying to keep possession, and by passing it one to the next.
A very nice tight curl, but the USA defender there, Rosa. Really
That's Rosa Zhang from San Francisco, doing a fine job on the defense. Taken over now by Jana de Brunner, and waves of the USA players coming in. Nice job, but Colombia still always very, very strong.
And you saw 2 of their players driving together, maintaining possession.
Oh, nice steal there by number 12, I believe that is, Paige Thompson. Couldn't quite get control of the puck. Very nice effort. And here we are with only 3.5 minutes in the first half, and still scoreless game. And advantage to the USA.
This should relieve a little bit of pressure. You know, Colombia were trying to get some, well, they were getting some passes together and looked to be making some advantage, getting down the pool, putting some pressure on the US. But this will be a little bit of relief for them.
And the USA took a quick sub there, so hopefully they'll have someone fresh in there to be able to do those long swings that have been working so well for them. They take a lot of energy. It looks like Colombia, a very strong drive by Colombia, but taken over by a USA player. Can't see the number.
And you see the support from the USA player ahead of the lady with the puck. She was able to get it to her. You know, it's very key in these games to have people down and supporting. As we see one of the referees just circling his finger, meaning he's indicating an advantage. He's seen a foul. But until someone loses the advantage, then he won't call it. And it looks like he's sending...
It looks like a Colombia player going out.
And that looks like number 1, Isabella.
And that's unfortunate for the Colombians. They're making a nice, strong play. It's easy to get frantic in there, make the fouls. Now they'll be playing one down. And the USA managed to keep it scoreless when they were down. Colombian ladies will hopefully step up and be able to do the same. And okay, and then off to the USA making a strong drive. Colombia grabbing it back, but USA maintains that control on the side. That's number 2, Nicole Wong, making a drive up the side. She's a San Francisco player, a lot of speed. She's been really playing well this tournament.
You saw a great pickup and quick flick there to keep USA on attack.
Yeah,
keep
like that momentum going that direction. The Colombians have an excellent defense. We just need to keep that momentum for the USA ladies and keep driving continually in their direction. Looks like, again, the referee doing an advantage. Let's see what he calls. And that looks like the one referee referring to the other one. I think they may have seen different things.
So if a referee is calling an advantage and then another referee calls it, it always goes back to the first referee that was calling. The deck ref will typically point to the one that made the first call.
Looks like an advantage Colombia must have been called, and I can't make heads or tails exactly what the call was, but USA quick on the puck. They have to stay back 3 meters until the Colombians touch the puck. But then as soon as the puck is touched, then they're free to bolt forward. And they, of course, want to force the Colombians into making a move before they're maybe quite ready.
And Colombia here looking to move the puck across the pool in the last 15 seconds of this game, still looking to attack with the USA looking to defend. And it looks like that will be half-time. A very tight and entertaining first half with no goals scored. It's Colombia 0, USA 0.
Okay, and now that both teams get 3 minutes, take a little break, regroup for halftime. And I'm sure they will be they'll be having talks with their coaches, rehydrating, and just trying to keep going on their game plan. I think both teams are playing fine hockey, and the USA, I'm sure, is very pleased to keep this scoreless. Obviously, they want to put some goals in, but they have to be careful against these Colombian ladies. They're awfully quick on the pickup. And here we have an overlay with our sponsors for this tournament. Been an amazing tournament. Everything has been running very, very smoothly. We've got a beautiful facility here. And our fans, there we go, got the flag going. And
so that's some of my USA Under-23 men's team here supporting the ladies. The ladies were supporting my team in their 9-10 playoff game win over Canada, which actually went into 2 5-minute periods of extra time and then sudden death, as we also see the Colombians here.
Yeah, and I sure hope we don't have to go through sudden death again. That is a little bit too hard on everybody's blood pressure.
Well, I think this one will be okay because I'm not in the water for this one.
Yeah, well, it was bad for everybody watching too, believe me. So, and everybody doing some last-minute coaching here, discussions. What can they change to make this puck actually go into one of the goals? And both teams, I'm sure, have a plan. And both teams, though, really can't say that often enough, but very nice hockey. And the referees keeping a very tight control of the game. And hopefully, from the player's vantage point, calling fair. And we've got less than a minute to go here. And so the USA, we've got number 2, Nicole Wong, 3, Abby Banks, number 4, Rosa Zhang, number 5, Jennifer Tom, and then vice captain Kenya Lamb is number 6. Number 7 is Teresa Lee. Her sister Vivian Lee is number 8. Elsa and Jana De Bruyne are number 9 and 10, and Molly Banks is 11. Paige Thompson is number 12.
Also a shout out to Steve Cars on the live chat, as well as Erica for Colombia.
It's always nice for all of us here knowing that there's people watching us live. I know we wish you could be here, but having you making comments there, and we know you're there watching, it just adds an extra dimension to the game. These girls appreciate it. Everybody playing here has a lot of fun with it. And a shout out, of course, to the great coverage so people can do that. And they're off starting the second half. So now USA will be going left to right. Or, no, other way around.
So it looks like we've got 100 people on the live stream watching this game.
Wow. Yep. And I think everybody who has been following these teams knew that this was going to be quite the matchup. It's going to absolutely, and is definitely proven to be a very exciting game. And up on the far wall, and what is that? Yeah, Tiara, we wish you were here too. Thanks for commenting. And at the far wall, back and forth.
So it looks like Colombia here getting a little bit of a drive on down that far wall.
And another call against the USA for Colombia. So Colombia had their momentum going in the USA direction, and I'm sure we'll be trying to continue this. And the USA defense is going to be put to the test yet again. And it looks like the USA was successful bringing it back out to the side. They don't want the Colombians coming into the middle. They're so strong there. You can see the Colombian ladies just waiting for that puck to come out so they have a free line at the goal. And the USA has definitely keyed in on that and is trying very hard not to let that happen. And a call again on the USA, advantage to the Colombians right in the danger zone in front of the goal. So USA really has to be on the ball here.
And it looks like USA getting 3 fresh subs in the water. Looks like a...
And was there a timeout called?
It looks like a ref timeout.
Oh dear. So yet another sub. I think perhaps they wanted to take someone out?
As we see Colombia in a good position right in front of the USA goal. Look to try and drive it into the goal
Nice drive
channel.
out by USA. Get it out of that danger zone. That's really just a scary place for that puck to be.
But you saw
Nice job pushing it up the wall. And they've got 2 USA players on the 1 Colombian. And the drive continues. Very nice play. And that is number 10. That's Jana De Bruyne, team captain.
As the USA peel it off that wall and very quickly look to swing it wide. But Colombia managing to shut it down, it looks initially, with possession going both ways over to that far wall.
Yeah, does not seem to be any clear advantage to either team right now. I think it's going to be a matter of just an unfortunate mistake on either team. That's going to cost them a goal. And it looks like someone's going out.
For Colombia for 1 minute.
Advantage to the USA, and they're up 1 player. Colombia has a player out, number 4, for 1 minute. That would be Natalia Gill. And hopefully the USA can capitalize on that advantage. Can we get this off here? Getting a bit of that feeding frenzy from the surface. And I can't
Looks like
see
another
what
foul
happened.
here, this time for chopping or a stick infringement against Colombia. They'll have to be fairly careful here. I mean, I don't think there were too many fouls.
Right in front of the goal here. And USA advantage. I believe the Colombians most likely have their extra player out. Back in the pool.
No, it looks like the Colombian player will get back in as soon as this puck is touched.
But yeah, so this Colombian lady, that when she gets in, she'll be able to join the play as soon as the puck is touched. So the USA has to watch out from that attack from behind just a little bit. And there we go, the puck in play right in front of the Colombian goal. The USA hoping to get that in.
As we see all of the ladies initially down on the bottom, looking to defend and or attack from the USA side. Looking like the USA is driving towards the goal. But
great drive, but the defense by the Colombians, and it looks like a breakaway and a call on obstruction or barging.
And it looks like another Colombian is going in the bin.
No, that's USA number 8. That is Vivian Lee. She's our 14-year-old. There's her sister, the 14-year-old. No, yeah, the 5th. Anyway, Vivian Lee, our San Francisco player, out for some sort of an obstruction. And played back in play. And again, a lot of back and forth. No team just making very big, long drives with the puck. They get shut down immediately. Very excellent defense by both teams. And again, I believe a call against the USA. So Colombia will have the advantage, and they're just working their way up the pool.
As
Colombian
we see Sergio giving some assistance there and some tips to the Colombian ladies from the coaches area.
And the Colombians are very, very passionate players. They everything they do, actually, their warm-ups, their playing, everything they do with a lot of energy and passion in there. It's kind of fun to see. And a nice drive turnaround by the USA, but the Colombians managed to hang on to the puck. And fine job. Both teams, there's a lot of people down there. They're not giving up anything easily.
Yeah, and you see the Colombian player there looking for support but not finding any, then looking to drive forward. But she had a player inside her, and they've managed to quickly get it out to the middle of the pool with more support from the Colombians down there.
And a call against the Colombian players. Doesn't look like anybody's going out for this, but the USA will have the advantage. Hopefully turn the momentum around. And we've got just under 9 minutes left in the second half and still no score.
Yeah, looking at the game, it's been fairly even, back and forward. Not really a lot of pressure either way on either goal currently.
No, it's a really even game. Like I say, I think it's going to be, unfortunately, some team is going to make an unfortunate mistake, and the other team is going to take advantage of that. And they're both playing just excellent hockey, and it isn't any lack of any sort of trying on either team.
Yeah, and you saw the Colombian player there look to curl the puck away from the Americans, get possession.
Nice
and
steal
then
there, and right through the middle, and a beautiful drive. But Colombia, they're ready. So if USA can back that up, but boy, Colombia, cut that off. The defense on both teams has been phenomenal.
And as we see Colombia,
long drive, turn it around. Colombia making a long run, taking it to the far wall. Looks like she was stopped too, but I'm sure both teams are gritting their teeth a little bit right now. And once again, going in the USA direction, but back and forth. There's just nobody's getting away with anything, any long breaks of any sort.
And it looks like Vivian Lee is back in the pool for the US, so both teams back to 6 players now.
And just an amazing game. It looks again like it's going in Colombia's direction. But so far, the puck has just never gone very far in one direction before it gets turned around by the other team. It's been some amazing plays. And still on the far wall, back and forth. Unfortunately, from this camera, it's a little hard to see what's happening. But on the surface, you can still see back and forth and back and forth. The backs are cycling back. The forwards are trying to push, and they're just kind of stuck in place. And a beautiful drive again, if USA can keep that momentum going.
So the
And again,
USA looking to move the puck into the middle of the pool, trying to create some space.
getting really close. I don't think I heard a buzzer going off there. That was I'm hearing one from the other pool and a referee call. But let's see what they say. Obstruction or barging on a Colombian player. So USA right in front of the Colombian goal, ready to push that in.
And
hopefully they can take advantage
that
of
like
this.
Number 7, Mariana.
And timeout for the USA team, I believe.
And it's time for us to catch our breath. I mean, this has been a fairly back and forward.
My blood pressure can't take this. I had it checked before I left, and it was perfect. My blood pressure was really good. But if I went in now, I think the doctor would be very concerned for me. Oh, dear.
Yeah.
What a beautiful game for both teams. Really, just got to hand it to them. They're just playing so hard and so well. So if this ends up in a tie, they will go to 2 5-minute halves of overtime. And then if it's still tied after those 2 5-minute halves, then they go into sudden death. And that is just one of the most excruciating ways to play underwater hockey, because just the simplest mistake, and boy, it's over instantly.
So it looks like the timeout is running down. Referee
USA
starting.
getting ready for their advantage. Colombia, of course, too. They're ready to defend, have been doing a fine job defending. And the forwards come in and just don't allow the USA ladies to do what they want to do.
And you see a lot of the support there.
Divert it.
A lot of people not going up, not breathing until that puck was driven to the corner.
And it looks like successfully moved out. So the USA is going to keep trying to move it in. And quite an impressive job here by all these ladies. And legs are always going. You don't see anybody just sitting there taking it easy. Beautiful swing around with another player ready. And a hard drive by the USA ladies. And it looks like the Colombians once again are going to drive that out. Beautiful job by the Colombians. Got to hand it to them. I wish they weren't quite so solid there, but
I mean, it looked like
they are.
Looked like the US they're opting to flick into the goal rather than drive it, and keep the puck on their stick, which may have been a better option at that point. With the Colombians, they're looking to.
They're very good at picking up any pucks that are flying around. But after you do a nice big long swing, sometimes it's tough to just swim that last little bit when a flick will get it, but a flick is a bit more dangerous. And a call against the USA. So that advantage that the USA had, that momentum they had, is going to be broken up a little bit.
As we see number 10 there, Jana de Bruyne.
Yeah.
It was her birthday the other day, wasn't it?
Yeah, 2 days ago. So she's an adult now, I guess. At least that's what other people say. And again, can't see much in this pool when it's on the far side. Again, it looks just like back and forth, but it looks like the USA is making a hard drive. They have just under 4 minutes here to make a goal and avoid overtime. Of course, unless the other team makes a goal as well. But this is just turning out to be quite a game. I knew it would be close, but this is, I'm sure everybody in the stands is hoarse by now. They're already hoarse from the games this morning that the USA played.
And we see a referee indicating advantage, but we see a chopping foul
Okay.
against the USA again.
Stick infringement against the USA, so advantage to Colombia.
This might relieve a little bit of pressure. The USA have had a concerted effort here in the last 3 minutes, putting a lot of pressure on that Colombian goal, but coming away empty-handed so far.
Yeah, the Colombians just turning them away time and time again, and the USA has to be very careful not to get too greedy, and they need to make sure that they don't allow any Colombians to make a breakaway, and so far they've been very successful at that as well.
And some more spirited comments on the live chat there from Catalina and Juan Pablo.
Yep. People at home watching the video, cheering their team on. It's a great thing to be able to see. And another short drive by the USA, but again, broken up by the Colombians. And the pressure is still fairly consistently now going in USA's direction, but Colombia is just waiting very patiently and stopping those plays. And again, a beautiful play by the Colombians, bringing it out. And USA a little bit more on their heels. And there is Elsa De Bruyne going for that puck, but the Colombian player just pops it back in the middle. She's got her help waiting, and they get the momentum going in their direction.
What was impressive there is you saw Elsa, as soon as she knew she'd been beaten, she immediately cycled backwards and was looking to get back into position to support. But it looks like another disadvantage here, actually this time against Colombia, while they were looking to take some advantage of that little mini break they got. So we're back into, looks like the middle of the pool again.
Yeah, and yeah, it's just, I'm sure these ladies are just getting exhausted. What a game, but I'm sure the USA ladies are very happy to be in this position rather than down, which they were in the other games. And another battle in the middle, but a call on a Colombian player, so USA once again with advantage and just inching closer to the goal, and hopefully one of these times they can break through that really, really tough Colombian defense. He's doing a fabulous job breaking. USA has had numerous little breaks, but Colombia right there ready to shut them down. And I'm not sure what happened there. Oh, so there was a timeout called by the USA coach, which the referees apparently did not see before they set up the play. So that's why the buzzer never went off. And now Coach Kendall Banks is in with his players, the USA players, and I imagine he has some plan in mind. And hopefully we can get this game taken care of in the next few minutes.
Well, I mean, we're into the last two minutes of this game. Very exciting so far. So, you know, any fouls will get a referee's timeout called, and you'll see actually the game clock actually starts to time up or count up.
Yeah. So get down, stay down, score, ladies. That's the whole game in a nutshell.
As we see.
And beautiful. Oh, nice. Colombia took the puck and was hit a little bit blindsided, and momentum again turning around, and a call. And oh, I guess that wasn't as clean as it might have been. And I don't know. It looks like maybe someone's being sent out. Oh, a Colombian player being sent out. So I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but Colombia number 2, I think, being sent out for 1 minute, and with very little time left in this game. That's huge. That's gonna be a hard one for the Colombians, being one down.
So it looks like Catalina Alzate being sent to the sin bin for 1 minute. So Colombia will have to try and defend with 5 players now for at least a minute.
And once again, a call, gloving, and against the USA. They're getting a little desperate. They don't have much time. They really want to score. Someone was probably not quite as careful as they should have been. And now Colombia with advantage, but still 1 player down. So they've got their work cut out for them.
So with just over 1 minute, both teams can either try and look to play this safe and keep the puck on the wall and keep possession, or try and score. We've seen in.
And I would think the USA, being one player up right now, they're going to have to try to score. But they do. They absolutely don't want the other team to score. So once again, the USA has the advantage now. They still have one player advantage, and they're going up in toward their goal area. So this is probably, with as little time as left, just under a minute, this is maybe their last chance to try to get this in before regular game time runs out.
As USA look to swing it wide to this far corner
Really
of the goal
bringing
with
it
a lot of
far,
support.
and a call.
And it looks like an illegal stop there from number 11, Molly
Gloving,
Banks.
and an advantage to the Colombians. And we have 46 seconds left in this game. Colombia has the puck in the middle of the pool, and boy, it's just I'm sure the USA defense is just on their toes. They absolutely do not want the Colombians to score now. That would be, they couldn't really recover from that. And a beautiful break out there, and Colombia steals it right back, though. Beautiful plays on both parts. Just very, very impressive. And yet again, break out with a Colombian player, USA player stealing it back, Colombian player back and forth.
Still very tight in the center of this pool.
Yeah, it's very impressive play. There's so many ladies down, and nobody has much time to do anything with the puck before they get attacked, and then there's always help there. It's just really been working nicely. And was that a call? Oh, time out. Oh my. Okay, so now we have 2 5-minute halves. The teams will switch sides. They'll have 3 minutes. And then the 2 5-minute half overtimes start, and they'll have 1 minute in between, so not much time to switch sides, and also no timeouts. So there's very little time for coaching. Imagine the coaches will be in there now, making sure that the ladies are hydrated, that they're feeling good, and he's gonna put the coaches, Sergio for Colombia, and Kendall and Sue for USA are going to make sure they get all their coaching in now. And then the ladies are pretty much on their own for these 10 minutes. There's not much time and no timeouts. So they'll have to
yes, and just on the
be on
chat,
the
yes,
ball.
David. More extra time.
Yeah. Yeah, the not again. So USA has not played a game today that did not go into overtime. I don't know if that's a record or not, but boy, for the fans here, it has been quite a day. And here we go, the ladies getting last minute coaching. They've got a minute and a half to rest up, get their game plan in, and there's no way for me to guess right now which way this game might go. These teams are so evenly matched, playing such excellent games that it's anybody's guess. And obviously, it'd be really nice if the USA ladies on their first Worlds effort would be able to make it up into the finals rounds.
Yeah, and you see the commitment from these ladies, getting down on the bottom, fighting, supporting, trying to maintain possession, but it's been a very even second half. Both halves were really even so far. As we see, counting down to the last minute of the extra time. I would say it's not really extra time half time. It's just the break between extra time.
Yeah.
So we're almost up to 120 people on the live stream. Just a quick shout out to Terry. Yes, overtime is fine as long as we score more goals.
So, yeah, we're a little on the edge of our seats here, too. And we've got another 20 seconds or so till they start the game.
And just a quick reminder, the USA ladies on the left-hand side of the screen and Colombian ladies on the right-hand screen, just as at the beginning of this game,
Right.
30 minutes ago.
Back to where they started, except they're all a lot more tired. And now these halves are going to be quite a bit shorter. And I'm sure both teams just raring to go here. Nobody wants this to keep going into sudden death. And strike there.
And
The
a quick
cameras are a
shout
little-
out to Rachel Face and Stephen Cars here supporting the USA, and Catalina and Anna for Colombia. So both teams are having a lot of their supporters here cheering on the sidelines as this first period and extra time gets underway, where we see play again kind of in the middle of this pool, and Colombia here looking
Strong
to make
drive
a drive.
by Colombia. And again, a referee call. Okay. Oh, and I think that was maybe number 4, Rosa. I can't see the number for sure. I believe it was number 4, Rosa Zhang. Going out for, yes, it is number 4. She'll be out for 1 minute, giving the Colombians one player up for a full minute. And again, in a game this tight, that's really big. That's a really tough break for the USA ladies. And
as we
again,
see Colombia looking to make a
very
bit of a
spirited
drive.
back and forth, and again a referee call. Obstruction or barging on number 10, I think, but I can't tell from which team. Oh, from the Colombians. So now the Colombians won out for a minute. I believe that was number 10. That would be Isabella Franco. It is indeed number 10, I think. And so she'll be out for a minute. So, again, the teams will be more even for a short time. The USA player will get back in a little bit early. Rosa Zhang will get in a bit earlier than Isabella. So we'll have a brief advantage in the USA direction.
As again we see some very forward pressure from the US, but some great defense by Colombia, getting the players down. As we see the US trying to quickly get that puck, looking to spread it wide again.
Play. Beautiful, nice swing. That's kind of scary to do, but they keep kicking, and then they're okay on that. A little change of mind there. So trying to go down the middle. And once again, the Colombians driving it out. The defense on both these teams has just been excellent. And the forwards are working very, very hard and just can't get through. And here we go. Nice drive by the USA. Looks close. And is that a goal? And it's called back.
It looks like
an
gloving on both sides.
Equal puck. And I don't know if it ever did go in, but in any case, it's an equal puck, which means that both teams have to line up on the surface and on the signal dive down. It's a pretty different dynamic than on an advantage puck, where both teams can start on the bottom of the pool.
And also a quick shout out to Jake Hocking from New Zealand, also watching this game.
Wow, we have our New Zealand fans. Yay. I hope they're from USA fans, but, with Ian here, we're hoping for that. And USA...
So I used to play with
outside.
Jake's dad back in New Zealand back in the 80s and 90s. So.
Oh, back in the dark ages. And another nice drive toward the goal, and it is so close, but the Colombians working really hard, moving that right back out to the outside. So the USA, once again, cannot get that in. It was a beautiful play, really close.
Has both teams back to 6 players. And Colombia looking to drive, but the USA seem to have upped the tempo a little bit here. And another stick foul.
Okay, and it looks like... All right. Okay. I was going to say advantage to the USA against Colombia, and then I thought he changed his mind. But apparently it is, again, an advantage USA. And hopefully USA can keep that momentum going. They had some great momentum going. But even if they make this goal, there's still another half. We've got 40 seconds in this half, and then another 5 minutes where if a goal is scored, that the other team can still tie it up. And a call on. 1 minute out for number 1, perhaps. USA doesn't have a number 1.
Let's see,
so
it
it looks like
Colombian
Isabella
here.
Cardozo out for the Colombians for 1 minute. And Ian has to stand now for the rest of this interview. And USA putting a heck of a drive in.
Coming back into the commentary call.
And it looks like that might have gone in. I cannot see what happened. I am not.
And it looks like breaking from the Colombians then.
I thought that went in, but I cannot see. Let's see what the referees are saying. Okay, and
it looks like half-time has been called.
Oh, is it? Oh, time ran out. That's what happened. Okay, so yeah, so the team switched. I'm losing track of what happened here.
So just confirmation there on Catalina Alzate being out of the pool. So Colombia starting this second period of extra time with 5 players.
And so USA, that the halftime there between the two overtime halves was an unfortunate time. USA was right in on the goal. They're just going to have to get that right back and do that again, and this time get at those last few inches that they need. And again, Colombia coming out strong, really trying to take control of the puck. But anytime a swing is started, it seems like there's calls. And this is against the USA. So Colombian advantage. And it looks like number 6, their vice captain, Kenya Lamb, out. It's unfortunate. She's got a lot of speed, very strong player. And the USA, I'm sure, will be missing her and just need to stop that drive on the goal.
And again, just to update the score, we are 0-0 in the second period of extra time here in this under-19 women's quarterfinal.
Yeah, and it has been non-stop crazy game. Advantage being called by a referee. I'm not sure exactly.
And it looks like Colombia are now back up to 6 players there.
Yes, and USA still, Kenya Lamb is still out. So USA playing 1 player down. It's a kind of a scary time. You can see Coach Kendall Banks trying to get a better view of the bottom of the pool. And advantage USA, I believe. Yes, so advantage USA.
So and just confirmation, if this game still stays tied at 0-0 after the second period of extra time, there'll be a 1-minute break. Teams stay at the same ends, and we go into sudden death.
Yeah, and the sudden death that's just painful. And you can see there's someone, Colombian player, fresh in out of the sub box, kind of blindsided the USA player and came in there with a lot of steam, but USA managing to hold on to the puck and driving it back to that far wall where we can't see very well. But again, back and forth. It looks like it's driving toward the USA goal. And a really hard push by the Colombians.
But it looks like
they get this. It looks like that might have gone in.
It looks like a call from the referee just as
the
US
that
get
looks
back
like
to 6
a goal
players.
Goal for Colombia. With only 2.5 minutes left, the USA is really going to have to get on the ball here
and that looks
to
like
tie
a goal.
this game up.
So it looks like a goal for number 8.
Was it 8 or 7?
Daniela Serna.
Okay.
As always, these guys are going to come out hard from the start and probably not stop for the next 30 minutes. It's going to be interesting to see how they
Okay, that's heartbreaking for the USA ladies. They're playing both teams. It just could have gone any way. The USA is going to have to really buckle up. They can still do this.
As we see the USA ladies coming out really fast, looking to get a goal in this last 2 minutes
Looks like
of this
another
game.
signal by the referee. And the time doesn't stop in overtime, I don't think. The referee timeout does, but so these multiple calls can be kind of, it looks like we might have an injured player. Okay, so I imagine they're just trying to give this Colombian lady a chance to recover, maybe a bloody nose type of thing. It's not clear.
But it looks like support has got there quickly just to check with her. So,
it looks like play is back in. It is back in play.
as we enter the last 2 minutes. And again, we see Colombia look for a second goal here.
Really
looking to
hard
drive
drive. Got that power right through the middle. They certainly don't want, if they make another goal now, they're definitely sealing their win with only a minute and a half left. USA doesn't have much time, but they can still tie this up.
I mean, it's been very even for this whole game, with both teams not really making a lot of concerted pressure, but Colombia taking the most of that one drive towards the
and again
American goal.
Advantage to the Colombian team in front of their goal. USA being backed up, and this is a scary time for the USA. They really can't afford to let another puck in.
So as we see two subs quickly come in to help defend the American goal there.
And you can see the USA defense just lining up on the goal. They certainly don't want to let this in. And a strong drive play going toward the Colombian goal now. And just a minute left. USA can do this, but it's going to be hard. And there's a nice long drive. Keep going.
Oh, nice cutback.
Play. And if they can just keep that. Oh, and the Colombian player breaking through. Nice play on Colombia's part. USA has it back, but boy, they're going to have to hurry. 40 seconds to go here. And anything that the USA tries, they're going to have to earn that. Colombians are really tough. And another call. An advantage USA.
With only 30 seconds left in this second period of extra time, unless the USA ladies can get a quick drive and head towards the goal.
And they've got some momentum. They need to do this. I think they can.
As we see them drive straight to the goal. Flick.
In solidarity, I sort of feel like I need to hold my breath, but makes it hard to talk. And off they go. Colombia doing a really nice job knocking the puck loose and then regaining control just by sheer numbers on the bottom.
As we run into the last 5 seconds of this game.
And the clock running down.
And then that is it.
Fortunately for USA, it looks like Colombia takes that game in overtime, 1-0 over USA. And what a game. That was a crazy, crazy game.
As we see the Colombian ladies there rejoice for the last 40 seconds of that game. But Agnes, wow, what another fabulous game. Just the final score, Colombia 1, USA 0.
Yeah, and what a heartbreak for the USA, but very well played, no doubt about it.
Thank you.